This morning, lawmakers are working on immigration reform, and the Hogs are getting ready to take on Texas at the College World Series. We have fog and all this white stuff behind me. This is not snow. This is hail piled up so high it was actually scraping along the bottom of our vehicles here. Well, it's been what, barely 3 weeks since the Razorbacks cleaned house, and here we are. New athletic director, new coach, and the whole town is buzzing.
And it should be ready to ride by later this fall. Out on the trail, I'm Christopher Redfearn, 4029 News.
That's right, guys, here at Bud Walton Arena, where we just wrapped up the Selection Sunday watch party. We pulled up here at barely after 3 o'clock this morning. There's a gentleman sitting in his truck, kind of in the driveway. And when we went over and talked to him, he told us about how his family ran this as a service station in town for more than 40 years. A handful of proposals are also fighting to make the November ballot, including one aimed at raising the minimum wage. And a new report shows it may be needed more than previously thought. I'm here at John Brown University in Siloam Springs. Rewind the clock back 50 years, a lot of these buildings on campus weren't here, but this one was. The cathedral here on campus where Billy Graham spoke to a group of students back in 1959.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah, right now we're kind of in this football limbo. No bowl games going, college football playoffs not quite around, but college basketball, that is fully underway, and the Hogs are looking really good this year. Super athletic team. So check it out. This was last night. Arkansas taking on the number 14 Minnesota Gophers. That's your new football coach right there. Chad Morris leading a packed Bud Walton Arena. Sold out last night in a hog call just before the game. Over the last decade, Northwest Arkansas truly has become a world-class cycling destination with more than 200 miles of dedicated mountain bike trails draped over the rugged Ozark Mountain landscape like pieces of dirt spaghetti. And that's 200 miles in counting. The Land of Oz Trails is what the locals call it. And now, the ever-expanding trail network is making its way into uncharted territory. The University of Arkansas in Fayetteville.
There probably aren't very many universities in the country that would have this type of mountain bike facility on the campus.
This will be the first in a series of on-campus trails supported by a grant from the Walton Family Foundation. This particular trail will be called Oak Ridge, located between the Business College and a portion of the Razorback Greenway, which will eventually take you all the way to Mount Kessler on the other side of town.
Just a mountain bike optimized trail that has features, little wood features, rock features. They're typically relatively short, but it's a great thing to just kind of practice riding bikes on, and sort of the intention of it is to be a gateway to larger trail systems such as Kessler.
Woodruff says it'll be a lot like this. Right now we're on the All-American Trail that runs down behind Crystal Bridges in Bentonville. Now PTD, they're the ones that built this. They're also the ones building the trail down in Fayetteville. You can see how something like this would be really fun for riders of all skill levels.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that want to get into it but really don't know how to get into it. So once they see that trail, I mean, I'm sure they'll be interested and they'll want to come out and ride, and they'll be hooked after that, I bet.
Builders with Progressive Trail Design tell me that work on Oak Ridge will begin in about a month, and it should be ready to ride by later this fall. Out on the trail, I'm Christopher Redfearn, 4029 News.